Hey folks, Father Sampati from CG Virus here. Today we're going to see some Natron optimization tips. So first thing is about Natron. I'm using 2.3.14. Update it because 1.2 and 1.3 has some optimization problems, so optimization bugs. Yeah, update it. Then go to the edit preference. Go to restore defaults. Just restore the defaults. It will set up many things for you. Then go to the caching. I'm using 50 RAM cache for Natron, 20 for operating system reservation, 30 for playback disk cache, 30 for node disk cache. These two are very much important. If you're in Windows, use 30 because Windows has some issues like the background. There are some lots of background applications and it needs some memory, extra memory. So yeah, okay. If you're in Linux, you can use 30 as well. Not a problem. It's not a problem. Not a big deal. So 50, 20, 30, 30. If you're in 8K, I was in 8K in an 8K project, and the 3030 was very much good. If you're more than that, then use more size, disk cache size. It will help you a lot. All right, so these two are pretty much essential caching. And let's go to the GPU rendering. Number of OpenGL context 2. OpenGL rendering, just check it enabled. Disabled if background is by default, which means if you are in network rendering system, it will disable the OpenGL rendering. Okay, all right, so let's save it, and you should restart the Natron. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Yeah, so now let's go to the proxy and things. So let's go to the read note. I'm going to load an EXR format. This is from Blender Mango project, Thomas. So first thing first, let's talk about the region. So these two ticks 0 and here is the 490. These two ticks are the region where the RAM cache will go. So press Ctrl. Oh, sorry, I'm not in Kimon. Yep. Press Ctrl and drag it here, or in your interest point where you are working. Press Ctrl. There we go. Now press L or this guy. It will RAM cache. Okay, it will RAM cache. Yeah. Now you can work with it very swiftly. Okay, so let's use some chroma key here. There we go. There we go. Press Ctrl. There we go. Okay, so the magic of Natron is Natron use disk cache for each nodes, which is amazing because you can make lots of performance optimization with it. That means the chroma key has some disk cache, read node has some disk cache. So if I go here and I change some angle, okay, so it needs to recache for chroma key, so the cache will be much more faster. So this one has helped me a lot in my recent project, so it is amazing. I haven't seen anything like this before. So yeah, anyway, so now let's talk about the proxy. Proxy is this one. Ctrl P, press Ctrl P, it will be a proxy. You can see the iterations: Alt 1, Alt 2, Alt 3, Alt 4, Alt 5. So let's try it. Alt 1, Alt 2, Alt 3, Alt 4, Alt 5. So these are the proxy, low resolution. Okay, I can feel it. I can feel, yeah, that's good, feels good. All right, so let's go to 2. There we go. Now let's talk about you can use this proxy to work much more faster. If you're in a very 4K resolution, you can use it much more faster for faster feedback. You know, it's rendering nicely. If you want to do furthermore, if you are in 8K or 12K project, I don't know, you can use this region mode, this guy. It will center some region for you, then you can work with it, you know, super fast. You can work with it super fast. So what does it do? It doesn't RAM cache. Okay, if I play it, you can see it doesn't RAM cache, but what it does is basically optimize the viewer for you to work in a very intricate details. So this one is I guess 1920, so this one is you know, low res, but if you are in an 8K project, you will see some quality like this, okay, in 8, so which is great. So you can use that. So let me show you another thing, that Natron by default has this mode enabled, so the viewer, only the viewer portion will be updated. Okay, let me show you. Suppose I'm here, it is updating only the viewer portion. If I zoom out, let's turn off the proxy. Okay. If I zoom out, you can see there was some scaling, right? Let me go here. You can see those scaling. So that means only the visible part is rendered, not these guys. Okay, not these guys. So these are already built in Natron. You don't have to do anything else. If you don't want this optimization, you will need to check this gear. Okay, this gear will make sure that everything is rendered whenever the keyframe is you know, updating. It will update the whole viewer. So these are the things. By default, I don't have anything else to do, so yeah, I'm checking. Here we go. So this is some proxy setup. Now let's talk about the proxy files. Let's talk about that. So here you will see that there is a proxy file path. I have converted this EXR into JPEG, and let's go here, home proxy. So this is a JPEG file. Here we go. So let's disable the chroma key, and you can see the changes. Okay, because JPEG is sRGB and EXR is linear, so you know, you can change it here in the file color space to sRGB. It will update it accordingly. I can feel it that it's already updating pretty much faster. Okay, try it. So these are some techniques you can use for your production. The most important one was those disk cache thing, and this guy control, check your interest region, go to RAM cache, and you know, cache the RAM, and then work with it real time. It's not only updating the RAM cache, it's also updating, actually it's also updating the disk cache as well. You can feel it right now. When you are in a huge project, you will see that whenever you are updating your region, if it's disk cached, it will run faster and it will load immediately in your RAM. I cannot give you that demo right now because you will need a good project length for this, so try it. So anyway, so these are some techniques I have found in my recent project. So yeah, all right, I'm Father Samputhik from CG Virus, and we're going to see you next time. Bye bye.